All right. I think we're live. Paraglidingtalk.com. Glad you're here. We're was experiencing some technical difficulties. We're just cleaning up some pop-ups here. Welcome. Glad you're here. Everybody that's logging in, welcome. I am stoked. Super glad that you're here tonight. It's always fun when there's people coming to hang out and talk about paraglidingtalk.com. Yankee Paramotor. Sorry, dude, I don't have the functioning webcam, but Rip brought a new wing. Rip bought a new wing today. Hey, there's Gringo. Good. He's probably out to eat. I think he said he was going out to dinner.
Oh,
Yeah. So Gringo's probably going to be at his dinner table.
hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Look at you all dressed up all nice in your leather jacket.
Yeah.
You're going out to dinner.
All dressed up and nowhere to go.
It's cold, man. Are we live yet?
We're live.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, hey,
good,
Sean's
man.
coming in too.
There's Sean. Okay, good. Now it feels normal.
Wow.
Right?
Paraglidingtalk.com. I had some technical difficulties too, and I was late. Glad you're here, everybody. Welcome. Super stoked about tonight's episode. Paraglidingtalk.com. Anthony Peregringo, are you going to be here? Or do you already eat, or you're leaving now?
I'm going now. I'm going to dinner.
Going now.
So I'm going to miss the show. Unfortunately, I'll probably be secretly rude and go to the bathroom more often than I need to just to watch the show.
Just to come log in.
Yeah. It's a bunch
All right.
of couples. Yeah. So anyway,
Nothing
enjoy
wrong
the
with
show.
that.
We'll see you guys.
All right,
Have fun.
Gringo, have a
See
great
ya.
evening.
Have fun.
All right.
So
There
want to
you
mention
go.
a couple of the sponsors real quick. ppgsmoke.com, ppgsmoke.com, all kinds of great stuff on there. Ryan Roberts, he's an engineer that designed a bunch of cool stuff for us. Go check out his website, ppgsmoke.com. Maybe we'll give him a prank call later on in the show. Harley Milne, what an awesome guy, by the way. Such a cool guy. Harley Milne runs a school here in Southern California. And if you're wanting to get that exceptional training to maybe do some cross-country stuff and record-breaking cross-country or adventure cross-country flying with paramotors, reach out to him. He's already done a couple really big flights across the United States. He did all 50 states. He's done, he did a really cool one coast to coast from San Diego to Florida. That's the one that's stuck out in my mind. But anyways, go check out his website. It is dreamlifterparamotors.com. There's a link in the description to get a hold of him. Also want to mention Paramotor Props, paramotorprops.com, best place to go on the internet and buy props, not just because they're a paraglidingtalk.com sponsor, but because they're amazing people too. Super nice people. And so check out their website, paramotorprops.com. So glad that you're here tonight. We've got an exceptional show. This show is for you tonight. We're going to talk about what you want to talk about. And literally, typically what I'll do is I'll create show notes and I'll have a plan and I'm all organized. And tonight, I did nothing. I literally ran from my job to task after task and then took a shower and got here and turned everything on. So here I am. But I am
At
showered.
least you got a shower, though. I got off of work, walked right in the door, turned the computer on, opened all three screens, and then got started while I was cooking food.
That's manly.
Yeah.
That's as manly as it gets. We do have a backup plan, and Scott has prepared a video. This was his. It was a great idea, by the way. He's got some footage from a fly-in called Bad Apples, and I believe it was posted by the guys. Who
Aviator PPG posted
Aviator.
it. Yeah,
Perfect.
Aviator.
That's awesome. So
yes,
it should not disappoint. So we'll play around with that a little bit. So if you're in the comments, your name's going in the spinny wheel of winning things. There's just a handful of you tonight, so that's pretty awesome. Better chances to win, and maybe we'll give away. You know what we should do first? Let's crack the show. Let's do something here. Let me just do something fun here. We'll see if we can get him to answer. So, I want to ask, is anybody planning on going to the Salton Sea Fly-In this year? And is there any updates? Really interested in that. So if you can scan the chat for that, if anybody's going to prime.
Yeah.
That's all you, Scott. True. I'm busy with the wheel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. First of all, hi all. Everyone's thanks for saying hi to us on there. I've gone to the Salton Sea Fly-In probably for like the last 4 years, except for last year when it kind of got like weird when they didn't know where they were going to have it because they started literally. If you haven't been there, it's in the middle of the desert, pretty much, and there's a sea that's just muck, and they usually used to not care if we, stayed on there, and everyone thought it was like the water authority who owned it. No one really knew, but it's literally just in the middle of nowhere, like wasteland.
And like, it was wide open. It was wide open.
It was wide open.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. And if you go there, you can actually see how like there's a Jack in the Box and there's like this little motel there that has like 6 rooms, probably from like the 60s, but it's just all dirt. And when you're stepping on stuff, it's like you hear it crunching because it's all dead fish bone on there. Because everything that was in that lake ended up dying. So yeah, and like all the houses around, not all of them, but the majority of the houses around there are just all dilapidated. It's kind of cool. It looks like a whole wasteland kind of thing. But last year they put a bunch of hay bales out everywhere around, and I guess they had some grant to hire the sheriffs to say, hey, we don't want anyone on the property. And it's like, I don't know, it's probably good, 50 miles, shoreline to that. And they just kind of kicked everyone out. And I guess the reason they were doing it is because the dust got so bad there for the residents, the air quality was horrible.
Toxic lake. Yeah.
Yep. Very toxic. Oh, I'm like, I thought that was your Ring doorbell for a second, Robert. So yeah. But yeah, I went down and saw Robert down there, it was cool.
We've done it a couple years now where we got to hang out at the Salton Sea.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what all the shoreline is just kind of that dirt there. And get a bunch, you get a bunch of people there, trailers all set up, tents all set up. I did tent camping when I was there. And I think this is a hay bales. So this used to be all open where everyone would meet.
Are you hearing the sound?
No, I'm not hearing any sound.
Okay, awesome. No, I wanted to make sure you weren't hearing the sound because it was like super loud in my ears. I just turned it off right now. Yeah, so they put these hay bales all over the place to kind of maybe stop the dust or stop the, I'll call it dust erosion. And from what I understand, they spent a fortune on this. If you look at how many bales there are, they spent some money. And I mean, just to organize those bales, it must have been a nightmare. Here's a idea. So they mean business. Now, what's funny to me is like, this was the cool spot to go and launch and hang out and, drive your RV right up to the spot and camp and party and whatever. And they like blocked every parking spot. So when I first saw this, I'm thinking like, is this someone's like real like attempt at stopping the freedom that we have in this area of the country? It's like, what in the world are they doing? But I believe that the guys went last year and had a great time. They were not on the water like you're seeing in here, and it may not be the most optimal launching, but I mean, launching at the Salton Sea is crazy.
It's just all flat. Yeah.
Look, I wonder if this north section that is all open here is still open.
because what I think happened is someone said, "Oh yeah, it's still on," even though some people said they were getting kicked off by the cops. And then I guess someone arranged that they could still do it. But then when everyone got there, they said, "Nope, no one's allowed on there." So I think everyone just went like a quarter mile inland or something and just flew from there. But I mean, it's cool because that's the Salton Sea there. And then if you go, I guess, west, you kind of hit like a bunch of like off-roading spots where it's, just canyons and things like that, in mountains.
Yeah, we went and did that in the morning.
Something that's also interesting, like it was my first time out there when I went. And it was interesting because you think of a beach as being like sand, but out there at Salton Sea, and as a matter of fact, I even have samples of the beach area that I brought home with me. Like, well, this is what the sand looks like here. This is what the sand looks like here. This is what the sand looks like here. Well, there wasn't much sand. It was mainly crushed fish bones and fish bones, and just a little small plastic baggie of that beach. Kind of is like, wow, that is kind of different. I got sands from Arizona, and night and day difference.
Yeah,
Now
it will stab into your feet if you walked barefoot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of crushed shells.
Yep.
Now the smells there. Comment?
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, it used to be.
I heard it used to be really, really bad.
Yeah.
There's some spots there where like you're flying and like the shoreline's like all foam and pretty gross.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty grody.
Yeah.
What is it from? They've got like a runoff from the farms that I believe that there's some like chemicals that they use, pesticides and different things, and that was a part of the reason why it died.
Yeah, I think it was like all the nitrates they used for their farming stuff. And I want to say like it was man-made. It was created like in the 60s. I guess the Colorado River went into it. And it's actually not that deep. The deepest spot's like 50 feet, but the majority of the Salton Sea is like 3 to 4 feet deep.
Right.
And it's like 15 miles across or. So I mean it's weird because it's all desert, but I think the Colorado River went into it, and then it got all polluted from all the farming stuff because it's a bowl and there's nowhere to go. I may be mistaken, but in the 60s, that was like the go-to spot. Like there are still houses there that are all dilapidated with like harbors or with docks that go to it, which is actually kind of cool. And that was like where celebrities would go. It was like the up and happening place. Back in the day.
Yeah, I remember seeing the videos. There's some old black and whites where it was like, this is going to be the new upcoming beachfront property. And some people bit that and bought houses and put docks in and stuff. And
there's a documentary.
Yeah. You fly over there and you can see the dock, and it's like quarter of a mile away from the water. It's like, oh, sad.
And I think every year it goes down, 10, 20 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can't find what the Salton Sea looked like back in the day.
It was pretty wild. I mean, they were really marketing it out to people as that's going to be the place to retire at,
Yeah.
And there are certain areas there that are like somewhat historical where I can't remember the name of it.
Double D's said, you guys are convincing me I don't need to go visit. You still need to go visit.
Something that is interesting, the air is different there. The winds will switch at a certain time. You watch the windsocks. Once that windsock hangs down, like it's just dead still, that's when you need to worry because the flip's about to begin. And it will come a different direction and blow you out toward the water if you're not careful. That is something interesting to point out as well.
So all this is gone now. So yeah, people used to water ski on it, and now it's like you can't even go in because it's so toxic being in there. It's just all stagnant water, But this was like the go-to place, which it's kind of cool. Like, not gonna lie. And it's weird. They almost have like little inlets that go in and there's houses all around it and everyone kind of has their own dock stuff. Right. It's amazing. That's what it was like back in the day. It really is. Yeah, because all that's all just abandoned now and it's all dry. So yeah.
Welcome to Salton City.
Right.
Yeah, so they've got each year it seemed like there's more and more people showing up. I'm sure that had to play a part in there. Oddly enough, this last year, I think I couldn't go. I can't remember what the I remember it was because I moved into the new house. I couldn't go. But it looked like everybody still had a really cool place to launch from. So I'm wondering if it had a impact on the flying, because when you go farther away from the water, now you're going to deal with more turbulent air sooner. That the body of water kind of tempers the air so that you can almost fly midday and not have to really worry about super strong thermals or turbulence. Yeah, look at that, man. That's crazy. Yeah. I remember seeing that. Yeah, look at that. That's
the before and after. Like now it's just these, it's and just like look at the water. It's just brown and dead, and and there's like abandoned boats everywhere.
That's pretty crazy.
It is interesting to see where they had the dock and where the dock sat and where they sit now. I mean, you could look across it and go, man, I'd be thirsty by the time I walk from there to there,
and Robert, you're exactly right, because when you get near the, actually near the Salton Sea there's nice, usually constant wind there, and it's not real bumpy. So you can go pretty much at any time of the day because the water keeps it cooler. But you're right. Once you kind of go out, a mile or two, and the ground's really starting to heat up. I mean, it's the desert. You feel it. You feel those thermal pockets, hitting you.
I enjoy free flying, and, there's turbulent conditions that happen on a regular basis. When you're trying to free fly, that's a part of life. But when I'm on the paramotor, I'm a little bit apprehensive to be taking huge bumps. And so when I go fly at Salton Sea, I make sure that I go inland and play in the mountains early, and I get back before probably 10 o'clock. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm getting out of those mountains. I do not want anything to do with taking a whack out there and having to have people, come and rescue me out of the hills. But I will say this: most incredible scenery when you're flying around, and there's like a almost, it's like they knew we were coming. It's a playground probably for off-road people, but there's like little secret gems. For example, just to the north of the tower that's out there, there's a lone tower. There's actually a basketball hoop just randomly on top of a hill out there.
Yeah.
There's a phone booth out there. There's like these little just random things that are in the middle of nowhere, and it's super cool. So when you get out there, there's like these look at they're like, my kids have asthma because of
they said well, I guess that's why they brought that in there, because the air quality is so poor that the hay bales, I guess they eventually wanted to have plants grow there to start to keep the dust down, because they said, I guess,
the stirring of dust. It creates rotor and turbulence above it instead of right over top. You know what I mean? Like,
David.
Think of that like a micro, a micro weather climate situation. You take those hay bales and visualize those as mountains. You've got the front side, you've got the back side. Now what would have been interesting is to see the effects of smoke or one of those smoke grenades or something, and see the effects of the wind going over and what exactly it does to the air over each column after column after column.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to observe because it would be somewhat the same in nature, just a little differently because obviously you're scaling it down. But that would be interesting.
Yeah. David said the morning canyon flights, are pretty epic, which that's what Robert's talking about is if you go east, there's mountains way, way further there, but there's a lot of canyons there and they all kind of go downhill where you can see all the flooding goes. It's just made its way in there and it's really cool to go in through all the grooves and stuff. And like he was saying, there's like,
crap.
there's a,
we have to stop the stream. It says your stream has temporarily been blocked because we detected video belonging to someone else.
Ooh, okay.
It's probably copyright because of
Yep.
YouTube. Yeah, because that was a documentary.
So I don't know if we're even online now. Let's see.
Oh no, yeah, it just went
No,
down.
we're still up. Wait,
No,
yeah,
it just
on
went
my
down.
Stream unavailable.
Did it?
All right,
Dude.
let me go to.
Well,
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I should have made this like small or something with me overlaying on it or something. How do I?
did he share the forbidden video? Question.
Right. I know, right? How do I stop screen sharing? Hold on. Okay, go to this one, I think.
I'm gonna let him know I'll start a new stream.
It says Yankee says I'm not going to hang with policy violators. Put your masks on, everyone.
That's so funny.
That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna end this stream. Let's do this. We'll go YouTube
options. Keep and dock open.
What am I telling these folks here?
Oh, I just told them I'm going to start a new stream.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep that open for now. And then I'll drop a link.
See if that goes.
Create. Go live.
Why is this?
Let's say.
Use the settings.
Window.
1, 2.
Guess my video cut off. There we go.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, it's almost like we'd have to like play it like small in me, in.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Aviators doesn't shut us down.
Yeah, which I don't want that to happen. I don't want to do twice. I don't want to mess you up. Sorry about that, Robert. I didn't think. I thought with no sound it wouldn't.
I thought so too. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It was getting boring, anyways.
Oh, we're back up. We're back up.
We are
on
back
the same
up.
Stream. Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Answer this here.
Our apologies for the shenaniganery of the internet. Obviously, Robert sucks at the internet. That's okay.
I'm surprised YouTube was able to catch on that with no sound or anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
AI algorithm.
Yeah,
they are. They're watching you, Scott. So quit streaming that copyrighted material, sir.
The documentary that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So. Let's see, we got part 2. I got to cancel that. Let's go here, and we will delete forever.
So that's what old Salton Sea looked like, that was totally lame, anyway. So yeah.
See, I should be able to. There we go. I was just about to start a new stream, so I had to clean that up because something was about to start in 5 minutes. Paraglidingtalk.com. We're learning every show. We learn something new. We'll close that. Okay, let's see. You said it's back online. Let me make sure. Yep, we are back online. Yep. So if we might as well, since we're at the break, let's spin the wheel and give some stuff away. Man, oh man.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Spin it to win it.
That's right.
What you eating, Sean?
So no more
Now I'm
names.
hungry.
I know
No
I'm
more names in the
starving.
list. Well, this is the first I've had to eat all day, so I kind of had to step for a second and take a bite, you know? I mean,
Jeez, all day
yeah,
fasting.
no,
Oh,
working. Like I said, I just got in the door, just popped everything up and show started, you know? So
telling you, I know the pain.
literally as soon as I opened up the email to the invite, I was on like that quick. All
It's
right.
like 6:02.
You ready, Robert?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna
Let
do
it
it.
rip.
Don't make me do it, Robert. No more
Do
names in
it.
the wheel because it's too late.
Too late. No more names in the wheel. The spin of this wheel is brought to you by Nebraska PPG. Josh Bowden has a school in Nebraska. A great fella. He's got a great school and just a great background in the sport. I would have to argue he's probably one of the most principled guys that's going after learning and understanding what is the best equipment. And he's passionate. He's on top of the latest trends and what's the best thing for people. And so maybe you're looking to buy some gear, need some answers, reach out to Nebraska PPG. Josh Bowden, he's got a link in the description, his website and all that. You can reach out to him through Facebook. So we didn't even say what we're going to give away tonight, but
Surprise.
it's a surprise. Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
it's going to be double D's. Hey,
Double
double D's.
D.
Congratulations, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Please go to the website, paraglidingtalk.com. Go to the contact section, fill out the form on there so I can have your the address or the PO box where you want me to send your prize, and it will be a surprise. Actually, not that much of a surprise. I need to know your shirt size. Make sure you put that in the description. Yeah, so I'm interested in going to Salton Sea. There's some pretty cool new events happening in my life. I can't tell anybody yet because I don't want there to be some kind of a letdown. So stay tuned. One of the probably the next show or the following one. I'm going to talk about some crazy stuff that happened in my life. Cool things, all good things. And but that's why I'm asking about Salton Sea. Then also the Flying Circus. I saw some emails coming around. Man, Flying Circus is right around the corner. So I'm seriously considering going this year. I couldn't go last year. I need to redeem myself. So I'm planning on doing that. Super stoked about that. If you have any details about the any updates on that, if you hear anything about that, interested. Scott, if you want to dial up our aviator video at the bad apples flying. So there was a handful of guys. Yeah,
now you might want to check for copyright.
Which I'm sure since it's aviator, we may have to steal Ripman stuff, you know, again from his part 3 of the Utah. Hopefully he won't strike us down. You know,
if you do aviator, you can just do a small window.
Okay.
Should be able to do that anyways.
All right, let me see. Because I know you can usually go to screen share and you can pick which window.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way I can put a window or other thing that's a little bit smaller. Let me go to YouTube again real quick. And yeah, it was Bad Apples like raw footage, and it looked kind of like the same thing as the Utah fly-in, where the good, the bad, and the bad apples. So yeah.
Somebody just sent me a video of this guy. He's got this tiny little kite. I saw it earlier today on Instagram, and he took the smallest of kites. I don't know what kind of kite this is. Let me just see if I can bring this up and I'll show you on the screen.
Oh,
insane.
Was it when he pretty much ran off the cliff with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was awesome.
So small, but it actually worked.
Yeah, I was very surprised it stabilized.
He was surprised. Yeah, here we go. This is on Adrenaline Wings channel. So he's got the tiniest little, I mean, it is so small. He can't
Yeah.
even bring it up to kite it.
It's like a toy kite almost,
It's almost like that
Traction.
traction kite.
It is. That's what it is. It's a traction
Yeah.
kite. Yeah.
And he flies the traction kite by holding on.
It froze up a
Hey.
second.
And you have
Come
to be
on.
very careful with that because those wings are meant for pull, not
Yeah.
lift.
Yeah.
He's
So
going
he's just-
straight down.
Yeah.
Now, we would not ever suggest anybody try
Yeah.
this, especially people that have experience with kites, because it's extremely dangerous. Way
How
more
is
dangerous
he-
than what we do.
How can he film
mean-
like that?
Oh, he's got the 360, I think,
He's
on
got
his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it on a stick.
Because
Yeah.
then he does that, and you see he's grabbing it
Oh,
right now.
yeah. That is incredible. I feel like I need to get a 360 now.
And then he is parachuting,
Yep.
like skydiving or
Yeah.
like base jumping.
Base jumping.
Then now that's probably the reason why he was able to get away with such a thing. I do not think that he would been able to have landed with that kite
No.
in a safe manner. He
No.
would have definitely broken some limbs, maybe a hip.
Oh, he
maybe
would
a
have died
pelvis.
for sure. Look at how
He
fast he's
probably,
falling.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Like, look how
And-
fast he was sinking,
Yeah.
And that's part of the dangers of kiting.
Yep.
People bust them out and they don't understand or realize the power of them, and it can get to be quite a handful. Some of those wakeboarding wings are like that.
Yeah, I can see that's perfect.
Okay, is this okay? Is it smaller? Can you see it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
If Aviator gets, if they copyrighted their video, which I doubt they did, I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
That
so this
other
is all
video
credit
was
to Aviator.
Yeah, all credit.
Yep, all credit goes to Aviator. It's funny because right when I got into paramotoring, Aviator was like the cool school to go to. Like it was the spot where they had like the 2-year waiting list. Like is it Farewell? Yeah, Eric Farewell.
Eric.
And Travis was there. And now I think Travis, doesn't he run Paramotor Props or the paramotorprops.com? I'm pretty sure he's doing that now. Because it was Eric and wasn't it Travis?
Yeah, Travis
that would be
Back in the
one
day.
up adventures.
But I think
back
he
in
does
the day they
Paramotor-
were.
Yeah, they were together, and I don't know what happened, but they I never saw them, trash talk each other afterwards. They, Travis started his own place.
Yeah, they're good. Everybody's good over there.
Yeah. So I think it was just really, really cool, so.
I see something wrong with this, I think. Is the leading edge like folded over? Like laying, like it got blown on top of itself?
Make this a little bigger.
Is everything in slow motion? What's going on here?
Is it super slow? It shouldn't be. Hold on. Let me pause it.
Oh man, it looks crazy over there. Look at how many people are launching at the same time.
Right?
That is one thing that I really like, is where you're waking up at a fly-in and you hear the first person firing up their motor when you're just waking up. Like, oh yeah.
It gets you all hyped up and you're like, all right, I gotta get up now. Like that's kind of like the alarm clock. I really gotta get up.
It is. Like the sun wasn't even all the way up yet. It was still like super early.
Yeah, there's like two fields of thought of that. There's either, oh my gosh, why are they up so early? I want to get an extra couple hours sleep. Or there's oh my gosh, I got to get up to before it gets, because at about a half hour after that, everyone's gonna get their wings in there, and it's it's gonna be a crowded runway, kind of thing.
That's Charlie. He's back. He's getting back in the air.
Look, he's doing a foot drag on a shrike.
That dude had a gnarly accident 2 years ago. Yeah. He got jacked up. We had to pray for that guy. We were worried about him.
That's awesome. He's back up in there.
Was this the most recent Bad Apples?
Yeah, this was 2023, it looks like. Yeah, Bad Apples. Yeah.
Yep. Rad.
Pond skimming more, takeoffs, landings.
I'm really jealous about the quality of their field, the grass.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
yet to be able to launch from a grass field, and it just looks
Oh,
so
dude, it is
nice.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I've never done it. All our stuff is like dry brush and stuff.
Dirt, death. It's always trying to
Hmm.
kill you. The
Yep.
the
If you
the
could
branch.
imagine, if you could imagine a carpet of moss, I'm not talking just a thin little layer. I'm talking a thick moss. And you set your
Um,
foot right on it. It's just very, very soft and just, it's hard to explain, but it's the type of grass that it is.
Hmm.
And
I'm going to
it is
periodically move this
awesome.
so YouTube thinks it's a new thing.
yeah.
So,
I was just gonna say, let me I'll take over the stream here in a second.
oh,
I'll dial it up here on mine
perfect.
as well.
Here, I'll stop mine.
See here. Bad
There we go.
apples.
Yeah,
Not
just
quite
bad
as
apples.
entertaining as
Ripmans.
yeah, Rips just crash after crash. Bad apples 23
Blown launch
landing.
after blown launch.
Oh my gosh, it was nonstop. There we
It was
go.
pretty brutal. It was. There were some good ones, but they were very, very in between, you know.
Yeah, I'm still shocked at how that went down. There was like numbers of broken things. No people got hurt from what I know. I
Which is
mean, there
great.
some
Yeah.
minor injuries, obviously. There had to have been. There's no way everybody walked away from that without. I mean, there was that one
That
trike
trike
was
one was
folded.
bad.
Golly,
Yeah.
that thing was folded in half. Want to
Just
mention a
in,
couple sponsors real quick. Lone Star Paramotor, if you're in Lone Star State of Texas, you can reach out to Ron Turan and his team. Get some world-class training there at LoneStarParamotor.com. Also, Max Acro. MaxAcro.com is the website. Go check out his website if you want to take an SIV clinic or you want to just get some training. He's doing training courses here in Southern California now, and pretty cool. Want to mention resurgenceppg.com. I know I'm doing it a little early, but just roll with me here. If you want to support our men and women of uniform, you can make a tax deductible donation to resurgenceppg.com. And when you do that, you're supporting guys maybe that have PTSD or are dealing with some adaptive recovery stuff. And you give them a new vision, give them a new hope in life. And it's an incredible thing. So if you want to support them, resurgenceppg.com. Let me see if I can get my
yeah.
video up
Cowboy
here.
PPG said there were 9 water landings at the Bad Apple Fly-In. I don't know.
No
I've never.
way.
Yeah. So I don't. I've never been there. Is that the one where they kind of have that small pond, or
Mhm.
is it an actual bigger thing of water?
It's not a huge pond. It's pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the middle could be a little deep, but it's not insane. For the majority of it, around the first quarter of it, around on
Mm-hmm.
the outside edge, you could stand up and it would be waist high.
Okay.
Maybe up to your chest, maybe. It's not, yeah.
There we go.
I believe a Mr. David Wolf landed in the water one time out there, and
Right.
It's not a good
he
show unless we're trolling
he was
David
all
Wolf.
right. You know, he was all right. You know, and that's a good thing. But yeah,
What's shocking to me is they're
Multiple people.
flying
Yeah.
barefoot.
hmm
Yeah.
Like I just
that's
can't
how
wrap my
soft the
mind around
grass
that.
is there.
Wow.
Literally, that's how soft the grass is. People will do
Oh,
that. You know,
oh, oh. That was good. I like
Oh,
that.
Wink.
That was a good
Yep.
one. That's the
yeah.
pilot in command was probably going run, 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 and
Mm-hmm.
they fell. It's like, oh, that's all. I'm not running. Run, 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 run.
Oh,
Ah,
oh man, he just ran over him.
yeah, that's a good that's a good little video to watch. It's a huge paramotor or a small guy. I
Yeah, the
think
hoop does look pretty big.
I believe that was the Triox. I think.
there was another one. I think this is the water one. Yeah, there we go. This is what we really came for. That's pretty good skills right there.
Yeah.
When you can turn over the water. Who is that? Pretty fun. Here's another highlight of the video. Let's see what this. You can always look to see, kind of glean ahead and see what people were reviewing by looking at the little bumps.
Like the most watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's starting to get windy here. Look at him. He's coming down like straight down. No,
and everyone's running towards him.
Go that way. Left brake, right brake. Those are all instructors. Okay, no, hold it.
A lot of wind.
There's
a lot of wind. They're trying to keep the glider from dragging and pulling them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yay, Hercules.
And you can tell by the cloud that the conditions were changing quite rapidly.
Rain. That's raining. What kind of a circus? Oh my gosh, they got a dog running with them. It does look amazing.
Yeah, it was red, I think. Red and Brian Wallen.
Now, is this on like someone's property then who paramotors, or is it
Hodges Field? It's Hodges Field. It's an actual airstrip.
Oh, really?
No kidding.
Okay.
What in the world? There's an airplane flying with him.
That is old man Hodges. He flies a ultralight, a slow wing. I believe that's what it's called. But this thing is so freaking slow. You could walk underneath it and it would still stay in the air. And you just walking, it would keep up with you.
Look at how
He's
many
going the
guys
same
are in the
side.
air.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's always a good time there, as a matter of fact. And yeah.
Did you go to the last year's one, Sean, then? Were you here?
Yes. Yes, I was. It was a good time. It was a really good time.
Yeah, man. Incredible. By the way, just so you guys know, I was not supposed to have a show tonight. It was not going to happen. I had I had stuff on the schedule that was going to take the night away. And I was like, oh, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever. And I made it just in time. So that's why it's a little disorganized, and I don't care. No one cares. We're here because we want to hang out.
And because we care.
Because we care about paragliding.
How many people you think were in the air, or how many pilots were there, Sean, on this one?
Sean was there, no?
I think I want to say like 120, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. It was a lot. There was a lot of people camping, a lot of people there.
David Wolf was the one that was one of the organizers for this one, right? He was the one that was talking about this before. So. Yeah, we try to promote it and encourage everybody to go. I remember that. I got to somehow make it to one of these fly-ins with the grass. Just looks like
I know.
I'm telling you, Robert, you would absolutely love that field because of just the fact that the grass is that soft. It's a good place to fly. It's interesting. There's a lot of farm out there, a lot of open space. It's a good time. 326 pilots.
Wow.
330. Yeah.
Wow.
Somewhere around there. That sounds right.
Was there a limit? Like, is there a maximum amount of people that can fit on that field?
No, I mean it's pretty much common sense. Like they have a flight briefing. You
that
show
girl
up
was
and
barefoot.
They discuss basic operations and how it works. They've got a lot of the air marshals out there, saying send it, or wait, hold up, send it, and
send it
they're
or
able
bend
to
it.
Well, they're able to kind of regulate and keep the amount of congestion down.
Yeah. Is there a pattern at all that they tell everyone to fly? Like everyone go counterclockwise?
Well,
Yeah, those girls both just launched better than I ever have.
most follow the same line, but I mean, it's not a prerequisite. I mean, you know, if you got to land, you got to land. It's not, you know, and sometimes you just can't decide. You just do it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes the safest option.
because the
That is
Salton
the
Sea is
dirtiest
chaotic.
gas tank. Sorry.
Yeah, because Salton Sea is chaotic because I've had it before where I'm like, I don't want to go up because there's people going every which way around you, in front of you, below you, like, you know, just
That's
turning in front of
generally
you.
that's generally kind of how it is, but a lot of the times people are taking off in the same direction and they're landing in the same direction because the wind is coming from that direction. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
typically when before you go to launch, you're checking the airspace, making sure somebody's not coming in to land. You look at the air marshal, you're already strapped in and hooked up. You've already checked your airspace. You're looking at the air marshal, and if he's going like this, he means bring it. You're good, you know,
Yeah.
and you bring the wing up and send it, you know. If he tells you to wait, it's because something's going on and they'll point to it. They'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
and point to it up there, you know.
That's single
Um,
skin.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that was a
Yeah.
grasshopper.
What in the
That's
world?
the
It
single
just seems
skin's
so
Wow.
name.
scary.
It's called a grasshopper.
That's a
it-
paramotor wing?
Yeah,
No kidding. It has trimmers?
a lot like the Viking, you know. Doesn't have trimmers, I don't believe. It's a grasshopper. Mark Honeycutt actually had a video on that particular wing, as a matter of fact, and he was there, if I'm not mistaken. I get them all mixed up because you go to so many different
This
fly-ins
dude.
and you go to the same ones over and over again, and then
Yeah.
you get them kind of befuddled with, you know, okay, did I meet them on this one or did I meet them on that one? And, you
That's a
know,
good problem
Must,
to have.
yeah, I was going to
you
say,
know?
must
It
be
is,
nice,
yeah.
Sean. Must be
Right.
nice.
You
Well,
know?
it is, you know, and you know the hardest part is remembering every single person's name, you know, because I know their online name. You know,
Mhm.
I know who they are.
Almost. No.
What just
Oh.
happened?
Wow, wow.
Well,
What
there's
just
a
happened
GTX
here?
for sale on Facebook Marketplace now.
Yeah.
Right. So crispy. You
What
know.
is going on here? How did that happen?
Do you think
He looked like he did
installed
it on
it?
purpose. Look at his
Did
face.
he?
He's kind of like, oh, I don't know. Maybe he did hit the gas. You have an engine out?
Ran out of gas. Tom
Wait,
from
I know who that
Paragen.
is. That is Tom. Oh, he ran out of gas. That's in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, ran out of gas.
Oh man,
Tom from Parajet.
that is so funny. Tom gave me a shirt at the Salt and Sea Flying. Super nice guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. That is so funny. Come on. No more
He's
gas.
like, buy a Parajet. You know. So.
There's Rip.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rip's in the chat too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's watch some commercials. I love that.
Nah, that's copyrighted
kidding.
now.
Just kidding. Oh, they wouldn't copyright a commercial.
I got to
Yeah.
keep you in check, Robert. You know, it's kind of like the chat. When somebody says a curse word, they get on me. So I got to get on you.
Somebody cursed?
No. But
That's good.
just saying,
That's good.
hey, wise guy, you got jokes.
We chased all the potty mouths off. I haven't heard a good cuss word since the last episode, 2 episodes ago.
Well, and that's a good thing because we're a family-friendly show.
That's right.
We're being family-friendly here.
Keeping it family friendly.
See, that's why you brought Scott along to keep me in check because
that's right.
I constantly be checking you all the time. So now
that's right.
You know, you got him on there so he can check me.
Yep. Moderator, please.
The vicious cycle. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, hey, Sean, we got a problem here. You put somebody's name in there twice.
Did you do that?
There was one time I did that. Well, maybe 2 times. In the last, okay, listen, in the last 4 or 5 years that we've done this, I've only done it twice on the wheel.
Oh man.
And by hand, I never did it because I don't want to write people's names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You write it once is bad enough. Your wrist is sore, but you got to write it over and over. Oh no.
Yankee said he would pick me up at the airport.
There you go.
That's very kind of you, Yankee. Where is Bad Apples? Is that in Florida?
It's in Georgia.
Georgia. All right, let's
Mhm.
let's see how far it is from here.
So
Gonna
Hodges
go
Field.
Google Maps from my house. I'm gonna go Hodges
Hodges.
Field
Mm-hmm.
in Andersonville.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
let's do this. Boop. We're gonna save this as a favorite. Close that. Oh,
And they do have when I went, they had seminars even where people were
Yeah,
coming
Rittman
out.
says it's in Americus, Georgia.
Americus, Georgia, yeah.
okay, starting point.
And
My location.
Resurgence was there as well. Todd Scandrett was there.
I want to meet Todd Scandrett.
Awesome guy in person,
Yeah.
just as awesome as he is on camera, and
Yeah, I
Wow.
think.
he
How far
brought
is it,
one
Robert?
of the upcoming Resurgence people who are going to
2,156 miles.
It's just a little road trip, right?
Yeah, but I would do it in an RV. We'll see.
How many
Pretty
hours
amazing.
is that?
That is one
That's
day and 8 hours.
okay.
sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Thank you, love of my life. My wife just brought me some food. Yeah, that
Harley
looks like
said
fun.
that he dares you to fly the paramotor there and back.
That is actually that'd be a good challenge. I don't know if I could paramotor that long. So it looks like there's a couple options. You can go through Phoenix and then there's like a Tucson route. You just kind of go along the border, go through Midland. Oh, interesting. And then you pop through Dallas. Keep going. That's the main one that they're recommending. Go through Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and then you go through Alabama, Montgomery, and then you in Georgia. Interesting. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
Hey, the garden
when
farmer.
I
What's
had
up?
met Todd, and I got to meet the upcoming Resurgence veteran, and she was very cool and awesome people. It was awesome. It was just awesome. The seminars they had and the entertainment they had entertainment. It was cool.
There's a question.
Yes.
Super Dave, Super Dave Danger. He said, "What happened to Woody's gamer tag? And did he ever pay up for all of his cuss words?" No, he never paid.
No,
Whatever happened to
never.
Woody? Because he used
He
to
still
do
does his
YouTube
show.
videos. Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does he still
makes YouTube
paramotor a
videos.
lot?
I've
He
never
still
seen
flies.
video of him flying since I think Mark Honeycutt and him went and did. Thank you, love. Did like a little adventure flight between airports. But after that,
I'm
yeah,
sure
I haven't seen too many.
I'm sure he still flies. I'm pretty confident in that. He talks
Yeah.
Oh
about it
yeah,
often. So
I was so jealous when he would fly from his, from his property, and it's like a huge, huge estate, and just take off wherever, land wherever,
and I had the pleasure of meeting him in person,
Mhm.
and yeah, real nice guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he recognized me. I thought that was kind of cool.
Did he really?
He's like, "What's up, Sean?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, dude," like.
Yeah,
I
we were
didn't
so
want to be
stoked to
fanboy,
have
but
him.
yeah.
He's like, he's got all those followers and millions of subscribers and all that. And it's hard to believe, but he would like watch the show while he was doing his live show. He would like,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
he told me later on he'd be like in the chat. Because I invited him to come on the show, and because I saw him in the chat, I'm like, oh, you should join. I'll send you an invite. And he's like, I can't. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because I'm on my show right now.
I
It's
wonder
like,
how many shows he's watching at once. He's probably got a whole wall of TVs up there, So.
well, I mean, his show is 6 hours or 4 hours long.
Wow.
And they've been doing that for years. It's like,
Yeah, 600 something odd episodes.
I can barely do it
Gosh.
but they get to talk about everything. We are pretty strict about paramotoring, flying things, safety. I feel like I've probably,
This is more about current events, and
yeah, yeah.
and that's a good niche for them. You know what I
And
mean?
trolling.
It is entertaining to me, but it's not for everyone. And
Lots of trolling.
it's just like tea. Some people like black tea, some people like green tea, some
I
people
like
like
green tea.
brown tea. You know?
I
Green
never
tea.
watched one of his podcasts. I just started watching his stuff when he got the nitro, and how he did all the repairs and stuff. And that was a guide for me. It's like, all right, this is how you change the piston. This is how you change this. So,
Yeah.
He had a lot of good videos, instructional
Yeah.
videos. Not I wouldn't say instructional because he's not like saying this is what you should do, but informational videos to help people that might
and he
be
had like a lot of
struggling.
good tips. He's like,
Yeah.
And the
Good
stuff. Yeah.
point. John of the Jungle. He said, I haven't seen anything from him since his 3 reserve throw thing. He threw
Oh,
two,
really?
2 reserves, right? He used
Yeah,
both of them. Yeah. That's brutal.
Yeah.
that was a pretty hard event. I mean,
Because he got into
it's
the
a hard event
acro
for
pretty.
anyone, and
Yeah.
and everything, and he like I said, he does still fly. He flies. He just doesn't really advertise a lot about it or try to put it out there.
No videos.
Yeah, I mean, a part of me kind of, I could kind of see that. You want to be focused on what you're doing, not on entertaining others. And it's easy to get caught up. Now, I'm not saying that happened to him, but it's easy for someone to build an ego and to think more about what people are going to see and not be focusing on what I need to be focusing on because this is detrimental to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to see a sunrise on a phone, but it's even better to see it in person. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Cowboy says he makes all his money on gamer posts. He gave to the paramotor community, and the community didn't give back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that like subscriber wise, or is that? I mean, the things we're a very small community, compared to gamers. I'm not sure if that's what he meant on that part about us not giving back, but I thought his stuff was good, and he kind of teamed up with Aviator for a while, and stuff like that too.
Yeah. How do you send that link for the after show? I see the copy invite link and then copy invitation, but it's weird because it's putting like this giant.
Okay, well they changed it up, but I can copy the link if you'd like me to. I can copy the link and post it in the chat for us. Since Gringo's not here, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If he was here, that's what he would do. But I better get on my game here. Hang on. Give me just a second, sir. I'm earning my bowl of rice. Okay.
That's right.
Oh, boom. There you go. Oh, that's
How'd
right.
you do it?
I did that.
Is it a secret?
Okay, you see a little arrow tab? A little arrow when you move the mouse and it moves?
Yeah.
Put that over the shield. Click on the shield
in
the upper left-hand corner, and then it'll say copy link. Where it says the link, you click the copy link, and then you post it into the chat.
Yeah, I don't have that. All right. Well, we're going to go to the after show. If you want to join us, come hang out with us. You can watch me eat my tacos that are right in front of me. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys coming to hang out. If you want to support the show on Patreon and PayPal, love if you would. Keep the show going. And we've got some great episodes coming up soon. This one was kind of an exception. I wasn't even sure if I was going to have a show, but we had it. So glad that you can make it, glad you can hang out. So if you want to join us in the after show, come hang out. If not, we'll see you on the next one. If I don't see you in the air, I'll see you on the air. Have a great night.
We can call it spontaneity.
See you guys.